Governor Kay Ivey delivered her final State of the State address just a few hours ago, highlighting Alabama's progress over the past decade. From education improvements to economic growth, the governor made several claims about Alabama's success. But how many of these claims really hold up? Tonight, we're putting the governor's biggest claims to the test. We verify. In her address, Governor Ivey painted a picture of Alabama on the rise. She claimed the state has climbed from the bottom of education rankings, brought in billions in economic investments, and expanded broadband access across the state. But do the numbers actually back her up? We'll look into that. Our sources include the National Assessment of Educational Progress, the U.S. Census Bureau, broadbandnow.com, and various state agencies. Governor Ivey claimed that in 2017, Alabama ranked 52nd in fourth grade math and 49th in fourth grade reading. She says today, Alabama ranks 32nd in math and 34th in reading. According to the National Assessment of Educational Progress, that's mostly true. Alabama did jump from 52nd to 32nd in math and 49th to 34th in reading. But the most recent baseline data used for comparison was 2019, just before the pandemic, not 2017. The governor also said Alabama had its highest ever college and career readiness rate, and that's true. 88% of the class of 2024 earned a college and career ready designation, up from 84% the year before. She said Alabama is tied for the lowest percentage of chronic absenteeism, and that's also true. Alabama's 15% rate is tied with Idaho for the best in the nation. Now let's look at infrastructure. Governor Ivey said Alabama ranked near the bottom in broadband connectivity, but now ranks 24th. That's true. According to Broadband Now, Alabama jumped from 47th in 2019 to 24th in 2024, a 23-position improvement. She also claimed that 100% of Alabama will soon have access to an internet service provider, which is partially true. The state has submitted a plan to the federal government to bring internet service to more than 101,000 homes and businesses that don't have reliable access right now. But the plan hasn't been approved yet, and about 25% of those locations will get internet through satellite, not traditional wired service. Even after approval, it will take several years before everyone is connected. Now let's look at economic development. Governor Ivey said $69 billion in investments have created 100,000 jobs since 2017. That's partially true. Official reports show $55 billion in investments created more than 93,000 jobs as of February of 2025. Some of her figures may include recent announcements, but there's no official documentation confirming those exact numbers. She also said Alabama consistently ranks among the top 10 states for doing business. That's partially true. Area Development Magazine has Alabama in the top 10 every year of her tenure, ranking 8th in 2025. But CNBC ranks Alabama 19th in its 2025 report, so the claim depends on which ranking you use. Governor Ivey also talked about supporting Alabama families and building the workforce. She said the state has seen record 6,000 plus foster care adoptions. That's false. The 6,000 figure actually refers to the total number of children in Alabama's foster care system, not adoptions. The highest number of adoptions in a single year was 814 in 2020. On the workforce front, the governor said the new Department of Workforce has taken 25,000 workers off the sidelines in its first year. We can't verify whether or not this is true. The department was launched in October of 2025, just 3 months ago, and there is no official documentation showing it added 25,000 workers to the workforce. The number likely refers to overall job growth in Alabama, not a specific achievement in the department. So we can verify that many of Governor Ivey's claims are true. However, some claims are either misleading or cannot be verified. And if you have something you want us to verify, text us at 256-382-2692.